this whole thing, it's not gonna end well. It's gonna be bad news bears. I'm telling you right now. Hey guys, welcome back to De-Influenced, the spot where my goal is to de-influence you from where you're currently spending your social media currency, and oftentimes real life currency, and influence you to think critically before following. Calling out toxic influencers for their lies, their scams, their toxic traits, or just being a terrible person. And please remember, in the world that we live in that's full of filters, always question everything. Question what you're seeing, question what the motives are. Now, let's dive into the unfiltered truth. All right, guys, today I got a doozy for you. I'm late to the game. I'm late to the game on this one, but it upset me. It enraged me. I was up way too late going down the rabbit hole of Sephora kids. Have you heard of them? Have you heard of what's going on, that big commotion? I haven't. I'm not on TikTok, so I feel like that's probably why I don't have TikTok. I don't have the TikTok algorithms being shoved into my eyeballs. But I'm genuinely surprised I didn't hear about this until last night. I had zero idea. And it is very upsetting. It's dangerous. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do except talk about it. Hopefully, raise awareness on what's going on and kind of talk about why this is such a problem. And no, we're not coming after the 10-year-olds. Okay? The kids are not to blame here. And I expect my followers, my supporters, anyone listening to this to understand and realize that it's not the kids that are the problem. It's not the kids that people are calling out and coming for. It's the parents. It's social media and Meta and the social media gods of the earth, people who control social media and social media laws, who are failing these kids. And it's not okay. So let's talk about it. All right. So last night, like I said, I found out about this. It popped up on my YouTube. Soup on her second channel did a video on this. And when I saw her video, I was like, well, what? What is going on with this? And I went down the rabbit hole and went and looked at a video of someone that she recommended. And essentially what it is 10-year-olds, 9, 10, 11, 12, so preteen era, and even before that, are swarming Sephora stores, demanding Drunk Elephant. And what are the other ones? I know Drunk Elephant is definitely one of them. Okay, so I found an article here and a little video on ctv.news.ca. So I want to take a little look at this, see what they have to say about the whole 9 yards.
$68. That's why I'm getting it for Christmas. You can find them hunting through Sephora cosmetic store aisles as young as 9.
I'm going to do a morning routine. It is so good.
And posting their multi-step skincare routine on social media, primarily on TikTok. Hashtag tween skincare posted 50 million times. The latest craze sparked by social media influencers.
These kids were born in the digital age, and social media is a big part of their lives and became even more so during COVID when the internet was the only way they could connect with their friends.
Yeah, except maybe the people that didn't let their kids go on social media. Okay, so she's saying to connect with your friends. Yeah, fair, but there are safe ways to connect with friends that don't involve giving free reign of TikTok to your 9 and 10-year-old. It's the one thing I'm really upset about, and we'll talk about it.
This trend costing big bucks, paid for using gift cards gifted as presents or purchased by parents.
Sometimes I'm like, all right, just get it.
Get ready with me for my very last cheer comp.
Some experts say these products are not safe.
What's happening is they're using products that break down the skin barrier and cause rashes, irritation, acne even, where they never had a problem.
And it appears some Sephora employees are sharing the knowledge with young shoppers.
I asked the employee, hey, where's the Drunk Elephant retinol serum? And they asked me how old I was. So obviously I told them I was 10 because I'm literally so grown. And she had the nerve to tell me it was going to break my skin barrier. Lady, I think I know what's best for my skin. I'm 10 whole years old.
Retinol, harsh exfoliants, and anti-aging serums are meant for adults.
The skin is not just a wall.
I'm sorry. I'm 10 years old, so I know. Who are these kids' parents?
This dermatologist suggests keeping your routine simple.
Cleanser, oil-free moisturizer, lip balm, and SPF. That's all they need.
Bunch of product onto the floor because that's cool, trendy, and I think that. Anyways, so that's that little clip there. But all right, essentially what it says. I'll read it to you guys. A new skincare trend has dermatologists concerned about the effects certain products might have on skin health of kids and teens. The Sephora Kids trend has exploded on social media with viral posts on video sharing app TikTok. Is there a "the" missing? Showing youth across the United States flocking to beauty and skincare retailer Sephora. In their posts, young skincare fans showcase their shopping visits, often expensive hauls, as well as skincare and beauty routines. The hashtag Sephora Kids on TikTok shows posts made by people accusing the kids of leaving behind messes, ruining store displays, and mistreating staff and customers. So, and then it goes into talking about the damages that it can have on their skin, which we're going to talk about a little bit as well, but not tested on skin. And then some ingredients to avoid, which is, all of them except SPF. So here's the recommendations for kids. While kids should avoid using certain products, Lee said their interest in skincare can have some benefits. Exactly. It's not the skincare that's the problem. Kids and tweens should be educated to focus on skin health, and the Sephora Kids trend is an opportunity to have a healthy discussion about good skin hygiene practices and habits, Lee said. If kids or young teens want to explore the trend, they can consider hyaluronic acid serums, ceramide-based moisturizers, lip balms, and glosses with plant-based ingredients, vitamins, and or natural oils, or hydrating skin masks. In the end, a simple skincare routine is key for children and preteens. Where is the mention of SPF? CTV or Dr. Lee? No, I don't know who Lee is, sorry. Oh, Zing said. Wait, did they introduce these people? Lee, okay, blah, blah, blah. Monica Lee, a cosmetic medical dermatologist, okay, a dermatologist in Vancouver. In an email, also a clinical assistant professor at the Department of Dermatology and Skin Science at the University of British Columbia. So I think she knows a thing or two about skin, just like one or two things. A little bit of training there. I think we just need to emphasize more education, and then the fact that they don't need so much of a complicated multi-step skincare routine, and you can just focus on the basics and then save money. It's very costly to buy a lot of these skincare products that they don't need and could cause some skin issues. She said there's no strict guideline on when tweens should adopt a basic skincare routine that involves a cleanser, moisturizer, and sunscreen. There it is. It is very important to educate kids on how important sun protection is, Zing said, so we can empower them to try different sunscreens and use that diligently and regularly over your lifetime to build healthy skin. This story was updated to clarify that dermatologists only recommend skincare products if youth want to. Fair. So she's only saying try like the hyaluronic acid and everything like that because those are what are safe for kids, and that's not what they're buying. Anyway, let's move on. So I don't even know where to start. I wrote down some talking points so that I could kind of keep my brain a little bit, on track. And I want to show you a little bit of the video that I did watch because I think she did such a good job on it, and it was really, really informative, and just she had some really good talking points as well. I don't even know where to start with this. First, I guess we'll talk about, there's so many problems with this, guys. I'm so lost because I don't know where to start. So first of all, let's talk about what's going on and how it came to be. Essentially, these 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds, tweens, preteens are storming Sephora's, demanding these high-end products with these super powerful ingredients for their skin. And when they get told, how old are you? Like that 10-year-old you saw, they're talking back. They're being rude. They're being disrespectful. This generation, Gen Alpha, is the first generation who is entirely raised online on social media. Let that sink in for a minute. And not only is their entire existence bred into a world of social media that social media controls, but it's the most advanced technology that mankind has ever seen. And that should scare people. And frankly, we don't know how to navigate it right now. We don't know how to navigate all these health issues that kids are having, especially mental health issues, the pure addiction to it. There's statistics out that say, so I found a few articles saying that the largest consumption of TikTok is people age 18 to 25, I believe was the breakdown. However, it's saying younger phone users are glued to TikTok for around 2 hours every day, according to a new study that tracked the screen time of kids from age 11 to 17. The median time each day spent on TikTok by the teens who use the app, around an hour and 52 minutes. So almost 2 hours is the median time amongst all the kids 11 to 17. Now, first of all, that's the first big problem is TikTok's terms of services that says that you must be 13 to use the app. 2 hours, 11 to 17. And the vast majority of these children storming these Sephora locations are 10, 11, 12 years old. So please riddle me this. What is a 10-year-old doing doom scrolling on TikTok? There have been countless studies that show that social media changes your brain and not for the good. And on top of that, they're not even supposed to have access to this app until they're 13 years old. So all these 9, 10, 11-year-olds are glued to this app. And what's really scary is they're being indoctrinated by these influencers, by these ads, by this, that, and the other thing, these toxic predatory algorithms, and being told that they're not good enough and that they need these products. Now, you and me, as consumers of social media, we can discern what products we need, what products might be a scam. Children cannot. That's why they should not be on social media. That's why it's dangerous for them to be on social media, because their critical thinking skills are not developed yet. Your brain isn't fully developed until you're 25 years old, and it can be changed and molded constantly, especially up into the point of full development. So you sitting there letting your kids scroll this toxic predatory app with all these ads, with these influencers saying you need this to look good and you need this to look young, which is a whole nother problem with all of this, the beauty standards. Kids don't know. They don't know. They get told, oh, I really like this person and they told me to go get this. Or like these kidfluencers on TikTok who are saying these egregious skincare routines, who are telling other kids, you need this. This is what you need. It's dangerous. This trend is dangerous and scary and should not be a thing. Parents, do better for your children. You are setting your kids up for a very hard, miserable life, and it's not fair to them, and they cannot consent to that. It is your job to protect your children from like this. This is ridiculous. So then on top of all of this, kids on social media, and we are going to touch more on kidfluencers on social media, especially on TikTok. And we're going to go down that rabbit hole a little bit. But these kids are so self-entitled. They're going and destroying displays at the stores. They're going and berating customer service employees. That's not okay. It's never been okay. And we are not magically in a generation that makes it okay. Teach your kids respect, especially for customer service employees, because they have the hardest jobs. And without them, you don't get your Sephora, your skincare, your hamburger faster. You don't get that stuff. Everybody has jobs to do on this planet. And customer service workers are not paid enough to get berated by 10-year-olds and shouldn't be. It's not okay. Basically, I bring this up because I found out there's a thing called skincare smoothies. Do you know what a skincare smoothie is? I didn't know what a skincare smoothie is. I think it sounds ridiculous considering my skincare is like sleeping in my makeup from the day before. I'm kidding. But they are taking a pump of every product on display and mixing it all together on a display thing, product, and just leaving a giant ass mess for the employees to clean up. Now the employees can't say anything. I don't know why the employees can't say anything. I'd say something, for God's sakes. But I'm sure there's rules. It's all about customer service at Sephora, high-end beauty store, just saying. And that's what's That's what's so crazy to me, is that they're walking around Sephora like it's a freaking Claire's and destroying the place. It's not. It's a high-end beauty retailer. It's not a playground. And you have customers, adults, who work and want to, buy their skincare, who either can't because it's sold out, because these kids are going in and getting 2, 3, 4 bottles of it, of these $60, $70, $90 skincare products, or they go to the store and there's 17 kids running around screaming and crying and demanding stuff. And so they walk out. I would too. I'm not going to deal with that. No, I'm not going to deal with having to parent other people's children, which I wouldn't. I would walk away. But I don't understand. I don't understand what these parents are doing. And again, like I said in the beginning of the video, we're not coming for the 10-year-olds. It's not their fault. It's never their fault. They don't know what's going on. Half of them are putting these products on their face and have no idea what they're for. Oh, it makes your skin look good because it's good. And it's good because it makes your skin look good. This is good. That's literally one of the videos I saw yesterday. My 9-year-old or 12-year-old, whoever's skincare routine, she doesn't even know what the products are doing, And some of the videos of parent interactions and kid interactions and stuff, do you think this is good for my kid? Is this going to damage her skin? Oh, ma'am, I don't recommend this for children, but I can't tell you what to do. Literally being told, yes, it's going to ruin your child's skin. And that's almost what's scarier about this. These parents have no idea of anything in these products. They're so aloof to what is actually going on. And that's scary. If you don't know what a product does or what's in a product, maybe don't buy it for your child just because they want it. Maybe tell your child no. Just saying no. And then have an open conversation about why they don't need it. Maybe have an open conversation about why they're perfect the way they are and go from there. Start talking to your children. I don't know. I feel like my generation, and the reason I say my generation, so the millennials, who are raising Gen Alpha right now, right? I'm pretty sure it's not Gen Z right now raising Gen L. I don't even know. I don't even know how it all works. Doesn't matter. My generation has the 9, 10-year-olds right now. Okay, at least I do. And I was a younger mom, so maybe it doesn't matter. What is going on, guys? What is going on? Now, I understand we don't want to beat our kids anymore. We don't want to throw them across the room. We don't want to, tell them no and give in when they have a tantrum, well, whatever. No, I'm not talking about permissive parenting here, but this is completely negligent and neglectful parenting is what this is. Because not only are they buying their kids skincare products that could have potential long-lasting damage to their skin, but they have no idea what's going on. And they're allowing their children on TikTok. They're unsupervised, obviously. I don't understand in what world this became okay. And I sit here and I think about the fact that I have a 9-year-old daughter who has no idea what drunk elephant is. Does she have makeup? Yeah, she likes playing with makeup. I don't see a problem with that, with the creative aspect of playing with makeup. That's why I like makeup, because I like the creativity of it. And it's a creative outlet for us, right? But it's not fixing something because it's broken or because I don't think it's this or blah, 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 blah. And these little tiny girls, 9, 10, preteens, are being told that they're not good enough already. And they're trying to compare themselves to these unrealistic beauty standards because of the beauty influencer world. And that's not okay. It's not okay. These poor 10-year-old girls are equating their worth with their looks, their value with their looks, and that's not true. And parents need to do better. So we talked a little bit about, the permissiveness of letting children go in and destroy entire display cases and, letting children have unfettered access to the internet and stuff like that. I want to now show you guys a little bit of the video that I saw yesterday and watch, because I think that she did a really good job at it, and she's got some clips in there that are just going to make I was really upset. Okay, so I have the clip pulled up here. This is the end of one of the stories. I highly recommend you go and check out her video on this because she does an amazing job. Her name is Kiki Chanel, and she's great. I just found her yesterday. I'm following her. I think she's funny. She's super cool. I put it so there's like one more story time and then a little bit from a dermatologist, which I think is important, and then her thoughts afterwards, because I think she touches really well on the issues. And there's this video that she plays that you're gonna see, and it's essentially talking about people who are defending, like, leave the 10-year-olds alone. Again, with this whole trend, nobody is mad at the 10-year-olds. With this trend, nobody's mad at the 10-year-olds. No one's blaming the 10-year-olds. It's not their fault. They have been brainwashed to think that they need these brands, brainwashed to think that they need these products, and it's not even a matter of like having the product. It's for the product. It's having the product to have the brand, to have the name, to have the thing, right? It's not even for the benefits. It's not for the skincare anymore. It's for the clout, for goodness sakes, and it's gross. I kept recording there. Sorry. So let's take a look.
She was like, Mom, I need it. And she starts flipping out. Her mom was like, oh my God. Her mom goes, can you carry the bag? I'm going to go shopping. Because we're in clothes. She was probably going to go get something for herself. And the daughter goes, why do I have to carry it? She snatches the bag and goes on. And I was like, oh my God. I'm not going to say too much because I kind of like my job and I want to keep it, but they are out of control.
Well, guys, that's not even the last story.
Why do I have to carry it? And snatches her however many hundreds of dollars of Sephora haul out of her mom's hand. And we think this is okay. We think it's okay to raise human beings like this. I'm sorry, this free range parenting crap, it's not parenting. It's lazy. And I'm all about, gentle parenting, no corporal punishment. That's fine. I'm about letting kids explore their interests, explore and do what they want to do. But free reign of anything and everything, especially when it's harmful for them, and what are you teaching your children? What values are you teaching your children? You're teaching your children to be vain. You're teaching your children that the only thing that matters is how they look, and the only thing that matters is what they own. Those aren't good things to be teaching your children. God, the aliens can come now after hearing about this trend. Please just come take me off this planet. Please.
We have. Okay, here's another one.
Get unready with me while I tell you about my experience with the 10-year-olds at Sephora as someone who used to work at Sephora. Okay, so I was just on the floor helping people out, and this little girl came up to me, obviously asking if we had the Drunk Elephant bronzy drops. This was the time when they were so incredibly viral that they weren't in stock literally anywhere. So I told her that no, we didn't have them, but I have some really good dupes or alternatives that I could show her if you'd like. The second I had said that, this girl had this just look of pure disgust on her face. This girl looks me right in the eyes and goes, "Are you effing kidding me?" Literally, this little girl, and she did not say effing, she said the whole thing. I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry, there's a level, like I said, I can show you.
Once again, it's the same thing with the Stanley Cups. It's beyond wanting a product and being upset that it's out. It's when you take things so far, you need a product so badly that you're actually rude to other people and nasty other people, and you lose all of your empathy for other people. It's gone way too far.
She looks at me, she's like, no, I don't want an alternative, I want the bronzy drops. I'm sorry, but we don't have them. So then she proceeds to ask me if we have the Drunk Elephant retinol serum. Mind you, she cannot be any older than
That's so bad.
10 years old. But I'm not her parent, I just literally work at Sephora. I was like, yeah, we do, but I want to let you know this is a very strong serum. You really probably don't need it for your young skin. She looks at me, she goes, yeah, I really don't care what you think or what you say. I want it, so I'm gonna buy it. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm just doing my job, and I walk her over to the Drunk Elephant section, and as a little last ditch effort, I was like, I just want to say this serum is so strong, even I can't use it because it's too strong for my skin. She obviously did not care whatsoever. She rolled her eyes. I was like, yeah, whatever. So then she proceeds to make those face smoothies with all the testers, literally every single serum, and just make the biggest mess. And I'm not her mom or anything. You can do whatever you want. Just I'm gonna clean up and leave. So I didn't say anything. I just kind of let her play around, walk around the store, and then her mom comes in. Here I am thinking that the mom's gonna talk some sense into this child and say, listen, little girl, you don't need a retinol serum. But instead, the girl goes up to her mom and is like, mommy, can you buy this for me, please? So the mom takes it and she's reading it, and she's like, retinol, why do you want this? I kid you not. The little girl goes, oh, the worker told me I should get it. What? No.
Mom walks in. Think we're gonna smack some sense into this kid? No, of course not. Because any good parent, any normal parent would not allow this kind of behavior to happen, would not allow Don't be rude to customer service employees.
I did not. So I'm like, oh crap. But the mom comes up to me and she is so pissed off. She is like, why are you trying to upsell my daughter? That is piggery. This is disgusting. How do you even do that? Now, side note, obviously when you work in retail, customer service is everything. So you're kind of used to angry people sometimes, but you still have to be nice and respectful to the customers. So I was like, oh my gosh, ma'am, I am so sorry for the misunderstanding. I did not tell her to get that. I actually advised against it, but I can't tell her what to do. Thinking that she'd be like, oh, okay, so sorry. No. She was like, oh, so you're calling my daughter a liar. I said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. No, ma'am, that is not what I'm trying to say. I just want to let you know that I did not recommend a retinol serum for your 10-year-old daughter. Meanwhile, I look over at the kid and she's just looking at me with this grin. She knew what she was doing, but the mom was so mad. I was like, I'm so sorry. You know, the customer service stuff. Then she looks at the kid and she's like, yeah, we're not getting this, but you can go pick something else. I was like, okay, if you guys need help looking for anything. And she's like, no. we don't need your help. It's like, okay, I see. So at this point, I'm just kind of like letting them do their own thing. Obviously, I'm like there if they need help, but I'm not going to insert myself anymore. But I see them like walking around in like the Charlotte Tilbury section. She's like, I want the magic cream, the eye cream, and the magic serum. Anyways, they end up coming up to the counter and all she's touching.
Okay. So she just said, oh no, you can't see that. Oh, perfect. Yeah. I want the magic cream, the eye cream, and the serum, she said. Charlotte Tilbury, darling. Which is super expensive in itself. Oh my goodness. My baby got a hold of my Charlotte Tilbury palettes. I have 2. They were sacred to me. And I really was happy to have something so bougie because I don't come from money. I don't have any money. I don't buy Charlotte Tilbury because I'm broke. And no, I'm not jealous of the 10-year-olds who can afford Charlotte Tilbury. I don't want it. I'll spend my money on better stuff. But I had 2 palettes and I was proud to have those 2 palettes from my Boxy Charm haul. And he got a hold of them and had a lot of fun smooshing his fingers into them. And I cried when I found it, even though I paid $20 for my 2 Charlotte Tilbury palettes. They're not worth $20. Well, they're not worth anything anymore. But yeah, I cried. Like, they were so perfect. I was keeping them for forever. I literally never used them. So, Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, $85. Oops. Oh my gosh. The search on Charlotte Tilbury's website is the worst. Okay, Magic Crystal Elixir. I don't know which one she chose. Say Magic Serum. I think that's the other thing, eh? I was getting confused. You literally have to wait for it to load the suggestions. $75 for 15 mils of eye cream. Okay, so added to the bag. Okay, so $265 for 3 things for a 10-year-old. Makes sense. I don't know why people are questioning
10-year-old.
Out with is the Drunk Elephant retinol serum. So I didn't say anything, but as I'm checking them out, the mom is like, how bad is this actually going to be for her skin? And I was like, it's not really safe for younger skin. Retinol is usually for people 25 and older, but I can't tell you what to do. And she was like, I'm so sorry if I was coming on too strong earlier, but like if she just uses like a little bit, like will it be that bad for her skin? And I was like, again, I do not recommend a 10-year-old using retinol, but that's just my opinion. She bought it, and as they were catching out, I was like, oh, you have X amount of points. Like, do you want any of our 100-point gifts? So the little girl looks at the gifts, and she says, I want that one. I don't even know why I was surprised, but it was like the Estee Lauder Night Repair for anti-aging serum. So the mom was like, is that safe for little girls? I was like, again, I don't recommend it, but I don't know what you want me to say here. So she picked up that gift.
Okay, this is another problem. It is parents that are completely lost and clueless. If you don't even know what your child's buying in a store, they shouldn't be in the store. They shouldn't. They shouldn't be buying it. You shouldn't be buying it for them because they can't afford it on their own, and you know that. And we all know that. If you do not know what it is, why are you buying it?
But it was a crazy little experience. And then that little girl came in the next week with her friends. Too much. There's so many stories that I have from working at Sephora with like older people, younger people, like the amount of stories that I can tell, it's insane. Moral of the story is, moms, if your child wants Drunk Elephant, just advise against it. And if you're a little girl and you want Drunk Elephant, you do not need it. You are going to damage your skin.
So true.
Your perfect young skin.
Get ready with me while I tell you more about these crazy 10-year-olds at Sephora. I'm not mean, but if a little girl comes in my way and pushes me out of the way to get something that she wants when I was already there.
I'm going to skip this one. Go watch her video because it's crazy.
Body scrubs, there's a Lululemon.
Here are some of the trending drawers. The POV, your 10-year-old sister is a Sephora kid. Crap. So if you hop over to YouTube, you'll see like the hauls, you know, the drawers full of makeup, the shelves full of makeup, the Sol de Janeiro. The first clip there had a kid's iPhone 14 or whatever. And then she goes on to explain about the acids here.
The glow recipe in the middle with the really tall with the pink top, that has acids in it. These children do not need acid products. It is so bad for their skin. It is actually, it can cause so much damage.
And that's why I'm upset. Not just the fact that kids are on social media consuming this and being like, all that stuff, but the fact that they're going to ruin their skin. They're going to damage their skin. And again, I circle back. Nobody is talking about SPF, right? And the damage that some of these products are going to do to their skin because they're damaging their skin barrier. They're making themselves more photosensitive, which means you are more sensitive to the sun's UV rays. And
like they've got all the moisturizers. There's the, I think that's the retinol. That might even be the retinol. Hold on 1 second. This one right here is the glycolic resurfacing serum. What are you doing with that? What are you doing? Look at the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream right here. What are you doing with that? Toners. Like, it's unbelievable.
That's down.
All the Laneige There's another one. Look at the Stanley.
So this is the little clip that upset me. This girl is 10 years old, sitting there with a Stanley hanging out of her mouth on TikTok, and she's one of the Sephora kids. There is proof here that there's a 10-year-old scrolling TikTok when you're not allowed to even be on the app and consume it until you're 13 years old. Yet, we have protections in place for children? Really? Because there's video evidence of you not protecting children, TikTok.
Look at, she's on TikTok and she's got press-on nails too. You POV, your sister's one of the 10-year-old girls you see from somewhere. Look at all the glow recipe in there.
Puts that down. For real.
This is what a lot of people will say. Okay, a lot of people will say, what's wrong with having a skincare routine when you're 10? Like, it's better for them to start early to learn the importance of skincare. Okay, I have not seen one single person at all make an SPF go viral. I have not seen one of these girls buying SPF. I have not seen one of them crazy about SPF, acting like they have to have it, wearing it every single day. I have not seen any of that. Okay, it is not about that for these children. It is about the name brands. It is about the products. It's about buying things for the sake of buying them. That is why this girl has a Stanley. She knows about this stuff from TikTok. That's why she's got a Soleil Chanel. That's why she's got any of this stuff. It's about buying things to fit in and look cool. You're destroying your skin in the process. It's not good to do a skincare routine when you don't know what the products are doing for you. And if you don't believe me,
that's the thing. It's like, why are you mad about kids doing skincare routines? Okay, well, if they were educated and knew what was going on, what products they were putting on their face, then maybe people wouldn't be pissed off. However, anyone with a rational brain on their head who hears a 10-year-old using retinol serums or a 10-year-old using peels and acids and crap like that will be like, that doesn't make sense, because it doesn't make sense. Yes, teach your kids proper hygiene. Teach them a good skincare routine so that their skin ages nicely. But what these parents are doing, and we'll get into the ones who are exploiting their children, like exploiting the SHIT out of their children due to this trend, what parents are doing is they're setting their kids up. I think there's a cat on, there's totally a cat on the chair. So I'm sorry. I have my camera attached to a chair because my setup is a mess. It's, again, said this episode 1, we're getting there. We have a bigger desk. We have a nicer setup. We got some lights and stuff, but like, oh my God, it's rough. But anyways, I don't even know what I was saying. They're setting their kids up to age prematurely, which is the biggest irony of all of this. These children are damaging their skin that it could cause premature aging, the crap that everybody is scared of, the that the beauty standards, that social media says is wrong. We're not allowed to age, especially women. And that's the scary part, because you're indoctrinating your children, your little girls, into that kind of thinking and that kind of mentality, and that's not okay. Kids have enough body image issues and mental health issues without this dumb trend, without people trying to go viral, without people trying to be best friends with their kids. Actually, that's probably the reason why kids have so many mental health issues, because they don't have parents anymore. Parents are trying to be friends. Parents are scared to say no to their children nowadays. I'm sorry, your kid needs to hear the word no. What are they going to do when they're older and going for an interview and don't get the job and get told no? Or they go to buy a car and they don't have enough credit, or they're so in debt because what you taught them was spend. So they have zero credit. They're in debt up their yin-yang, and they say the car salesman says, no, you don't qualify for a car. You don't qualify for a mortgage. You don't qualify for this. No. What are they going to do? Sit there and throw a temper tantrum at 25 years old? How is this benefiting the kids at all? This mentality. It's not the skincare that's the problem. I'm angry about this one, guys. I'm upset.
And you still think, oh, whatever, who cares if they're using Drunk Elephant? Who cares if they're using all these products? Let's hear from an actual dermatologist next.
Okay, so this is what I wanted you guys to say.
Telling all moms not to buy Drunk Elephant for their tweens. The products are not designed for young skin. Kids using highly active products can experience chemical burns and premature acne. From Dr. Brooke Jeffy, a board-certified dermatologist.
I'm board-certified dermatologist, Dr. Brooke Jeffy. Skincare has become Gen Alpha's must-have trend. It's just not a toy, a piece of fashion, or a gaming system. The problem is that the skin is not just a wall you can throw anything at. It is an organ made of cells with a blood supply that participates in the immune system and communicates with other organs. Things we apply to the skin have consequences and can affect how it functions. Kids are storming Sephora to get products to fit in, not because they have any idea how they work, or what can happen if things go wrong. Parents, you may not understand the intricacies of skin function, but at least steer your kids to brands made for kids that focus on maintaining healthy skin or addressing acne.
It says ingredients kids don't need from Sephora in the order of how much I dislike them.
Yeah, and like, you know, maybe go get professional advice, but the thing is that these products are so readily available now, and there's so many of them, and there's so much of it, and then the TikTok and the brainwashing and the I need this and the consumerism and everything, that it's very overwhelming to keep up with everything. And oh, I can buy it on over the counter, so it must be safe to use. Oh, I can buy it here, so it must be safe to use. And especially like these parents that are so aloof to like, oh, is this going to damage my kid's skin? Like not knowing the people who do know what retinol is being like, no, don't let your kid use this, which like it sucks. It really sucks that the Sephora employees can't say anything. It's not their fault. It's Sephora's fault, 100%. But the fact that the employees can't be like, nah, sorry, like you can't, like don't do that straight up. No, it's not good for your skin. No, it's going to damage your skin long term. That's the stuff that's like, what the like what is going on? What is going on? I don't know what's going on.
Dermatologist talking ingredients kids don't need from Sephora in order of how much I dislike them. The number one ingredient I dislike is retinol-containing products for anti-aging. Kids are pumping out the collagen. There is no benefit until at least the mid-20s and only potential for harm prior to that. That is different when we use for acne.
Potential for harm before that. So literally, children putting retinol on their skin has no benefit and only the potential for harm. So how is this about the skincare routine? I believe the girl at Sephora who's working a minimum wage paying job, who's blah, blah, blah. You don't want to believe her? Fine. Take your kid to a dermatologist. And again, it circles back to not wanting to say no, to wanting to be the friend, to wanting to give them everything they want so that they like you. Like, it's gross. I'm sorry. That's not parenting. That is failing at parenting.
Vitamin C serums. Another ingredient that helps with collagen and
Remember? In that story time of the Sephora employee, where they said the little 10-year-old girl bought 2 vitamin C serums from Drug Health.
Pigmentation, and your tween does not have. Number 3, exfoliating acids. Kids' skin is
That's exactly the problem. She explained it perfectly right there. These kids are buying skin products for problems they do not have. And these companies are bankrolling off of that. Here's a statistic for you. 8 to 12-year-old girls are the largest market, spending $40 million a month on beauty products, according to Pink Statement in an article, which I'll link down below, where it was referenced. $40 million a month. And I had no idea until this whole 10-year-old Sephora debate even started.
Okay, so I feel like I heard that, but it was like 1 a.m. when I was watching this. Kids 8 to 11 are spending $40 million a month on skincare products and beauty products. Why? Get them a freaking play makeup from the dollar store. They don't need this stuff, and that's what's so, they don't need this stuff, and that's what's so frustrating. It's not that I want it, it's that they don't need it.
well without any help. These are completely unnecessary unless using milder versions because of acne. Number 4 is toner. Those targeted to kids tend to just be a bunch of allergens with no benefit, and they just don't need what adult formulations offer. Number 5 is eye creams. Really, no one needs a specific eye cream unless it is adding something beyond your other skincare products, like retinol for wrinkles in an adult or caffeine to help give a smoother appearance. Kids do not need these things. Number 6 is peptides. These are not harmful, but just unnecessary. Again, the point is to help stimulate collagen, which kids don't need, and just a waste of money.
A waste of money is right. By the way, I keep showing her because she's making a lot of great videos right now about teen and tween skincare. So if you want to follow her on TikTok, it's a cash grab.
Skincare for tweens and teens. There are popular brands that seem to be created more with actual teen skin in mind, and then there are brands enjoying popularity in this age group, even though they were created for adult skin and adult problems. These lines do each have some reasonable products, but the issue with these is that they often encourage too many products, some with actives that are just too much. They can do more harm than good on younger, more sensitive skin.
At the base of it, it's the idea that you need these things in order to fit in. If you don't have every product from Drug Health, if you don't have every single product from Below Recipe, then somehow you're a loser, or somehow you're ugly, you're not cool enough to hang out with other people, you don't know about this stuff, you're not into beauty and skincare. And it's also encouraging kids to like grow up too fast too. This is a video where she's reacting to of Kourtney Kardashian's daughter doing a skincare smoothie with all of the Drug Health products, and this is her reaction.
He just died a little. Why does this adorable 11-year-old need makeup and the skincare routine, which is...
And this is the problem. Probably where it all started. A Kardashian's kid is doing a skincare smoothie, which influences other children her age to do the same thing. There's nothing else more to it than that. These kids are being influenced and consuming this, and parents are allowing it to happen and not educating themselves on the dangers of this. And that's not even the dangers of the internet. That's the dangers of using skincare that's not formulated for young skin, that's not formulated for child skin, that's not tested on children's skin. And the scariest thing of all of this is, which ties into the scariness of social media and kids on social media, is we don't know what the long-term effects are going to be, and we're not going to know until it's too late. Until your kid looks like they're 50 years old when they're 18 because you let them completely damage and ruin their skin. And I hope someone wakes up to this. I hope parents see stuff like her video, like this video, podcast, anything, and realize that this isn't okay. It's not okay. And this aloof parents, it's only one half of the coin. The other half is the exploitative half. And we're going to talk about that after this.
More complicated than mine.
I think that says something.
Yeah. So Kourtney Kardashian's child, 11-year-old, I think, child, has a more complicated skincare routine than a board-certified dermatologist who knows how the skin works as an organ. And oftentimes, if you're having problems with your skin, it's not what you put on the outside that's going to fix it. It's what you put inside your body that's going to fix your skin and your skin problems. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
This is just expounding on these 10-year-olds are on TikTok and they're seeing these other 10-year-olds doing this with the products and they think that they need to do that too. It's so easy to influence this 10-year-old group of children. This is why they shouldn't be on TikTok in the first place. They shouldn't be seeing all this stuff. Well, guys, after seeing all of that, there's still people out there that believe that it's no big deal, including this person right here.
I got so mad that 10-year-olds are at school. It has not bothered me one bit. Like, I could not care less. There are people being unalive right now, and that is what you want to worry about. It's Sephora. Not like it's some pharmacy where they're selling out medicines. Your Ozempic out of stock. I just don't understand how that affects your life in literally any way, shape, or form. Oh, you're...
I disagree. I think this drunk elephant stuff's bullshit.
I feel like that statement right there, the best skincare they can get. While holding, by the way, the TLC, this is a $90 product for 1 ounce of it. The other one is sold out, big surprise. And it's the glycolic resurfacing night treatment. So kids need glycolic acid now. Let's see what this is good for. Anti-aging, good for uneven texture. AHA and glycolic acid, good for pores. Being A-okay with 10-year-olds using that.
It's not like they're shoving rat poison on their face. I agree.
But like they pretty much are shoving rat poison on their face for them. It pretty much is. It's not made for children.
They shouldn't be using retinol, but like the little lactic acid will send them to heaven. Honestly, it's giving jealousy. Like I couldn't afford that when I was 10, but like why would I care? Y'all are mad that 10-year-olds can afford it and you can. You're the one who works the 9 to 5. I look like a jaundice. What? Being like 35 and having beef with a 10-year-old. The brands are making money. The economy is, I guess, flourishing because of that. I was 10. I would want this too. Y'all are miserable and need something to complain about. So you decided to start having beef with a 10-year-old. You're projecting. Also, a lot of 10-year-olds can have actual skin issues like acne. It's not just reserved for old. Skin conditions aren't just for you guys. Leave the 10-year-olds alone. Don't worry about your actual issues. I'm sure you have a lot of them.
She summarizes the issues really well, so I want to do this and then
I do have a lot of problems. And we're about to find out right now what those problems are. Because this whole 10-year-olds in Sephora business, this whole 10-year-olds with extensive skincare routines using Drunk Elephant, doing 25-step nighttime routines, has led me to discover that there is an entire subset of TikTok that is exploiting the ever-living out of their children, okay? And we have people like this who are running defense for 10-year-old rights when something like this is going on, okay? No. There are actually people, believe it or not, who have genuine concerns with children that are ruining their skin, children that are becoming victims to overconsumption and marketing schemes from these huge companies that are bankrolling off of them and their parents, children that are being forced to grow up way too fast, children that think that they have to buy things in order to fit in and not be bullied by other children. Those are genuine problems that should not just be skirted around as jealousy over a 10-year-old. What are you talking about? This is why I'm making this video. This is why I'm so disturbed and so disgusted. You want to talk about problems?
okay. So yeah, there's people who are defending all of this. And that's almost more scary because it's like you don't know what's going on. Clearly you don't know what's going on, because if you did know what was going on, if you did know what the real arguments, the real problems with all of this was, you'd know what was going on. You'd know what people were up in arms about. Again, we're not coming for the 10-year-olds. I've said it multiple times. We're coming for the brands. We're coming for the store. We're coming for the parents. This is scary, guys, and sad. And like I said in the beginning of the video, this generation is the first generation to be raised with social media active their entire life and the most advanced technologies we have ever seen. And marketing is getting better and scamming is getting better and TikTok and the quick and the this and the that. It needs to stop. These social media companies need to put protections in place for these children like yesterday. So I'm just on the Drunk Elephant website here. And one thing I saw some people touch on was the fact that All of their products are really colorful. All of the lids, the bottles are white, but the lids are often like bright colors, different colors and stuff like that. And that is marketed to catch your attention, to catch your eye, right? So then when kids go in and they see it, oh, that person wore that, I need that. It's all connected. It's all a marketing scheme. It's awful. So before we get into the exploitation side of it all, okay, so we're going to talk about the risks associated with this. I wrote some down. So one big thing is the acids and the resurfacing agents. I don't know if any of you have ever used a acid peel or anything like that, but they're very harsh on your skin. I have sensitive skin and I have to be very careful using acid peels because it bothers my skin. My skin reacts to it. Now, children have even younger skin, even more sensitive skin, and them using these products strips the surface of their skin. It can cause bad irritation. It can cause redness. It can cause rashes, and it can also cause chemical burns if not used properly. Now, if we circle back to the fact that parents have no idea what these products even are and what they do and what they're for, well, do you think these children are using them properly? No, they're not. They have no idea how to use it. Next, retinol. So retinol risks, first, increased sensitivity. So it can be their skin can be more irritated, more bothered. It can react more to things, the redness, the itchiness, rashes, stuff like that when it comes to retinol. But I find the scariest thing with these children using retinol is the sun sensitivity. It makes your skin more sensitive to sun, to the UV rays, right? It's basically breaking down your skin's protection from the sun. And if we think about what they're not trending about, what is it? Sunscreen, SPF, isn't trending right now. Nobody talks about it in the nighttime routine, the daytime routine, the anytime routine. Nobody's talking about it. So these kids are putting this on their skin and then going and spending more time than adults outside in the sun, risking bad sunburns. And I personally believe they pose a great risk to developing skin cancer at young ages. And I think in about the next 5-8 years, if this doesn't stop, we're going to see a stark rise in skin cancer in young people under the age of 20. Like a stark rise in it. Because these kids are ruining their skin. And the most important thing to keep your skin young, healthy, to prevent wrinkles, to prevent anything is SPF. Because the sun is so hard on our skin. It's so damaging on our skin. You need the SPF to protect it. So not only are these products causing or have the potential to cause premature aging, they also will be speeding up premature aging because they make them more sun sensitive. And the damage from the sun is going to be even more. We're talking hyperpigmentation, sunspots. You know, who heard of anyone under the age of 85 having sunspots? Well, it might be coming, right? Here's one. Disruption of the normal skin development. The use of retinol on a child's skin could potentially interfere with the normal skin development process. While there isn't extensive research on this topic, some experts caution against exposing children's skin to potential ingredients like retinol until they've reached adolescence or adulthood. Now, I have heard that retinol can help with acne and clear it up, and especially if other things aren't working and it's kind of a last resort, then like it is what it is. But regardless, not for a 9-year-old, not for a 10-year-old, maybe for a teenager, an adolescent. So last thing I want to talk about before signing off is, sorry, I'm in a wiggle chair, so I might be moving a lot, is the exploitation part of this all. Because there is a subsect, they're young daughters, to try and go viral on TikTok because of this grift. Brand deals and sponsorships and get on PR lists. And we're going to see, and I'm going to open it and show you, because we're going to talk about this chick. Because she is 100% exploiting her girls. Her youngest must be 5 years old and is talking about how, oh, I have this $95, but it's just decoration. It's just, I don't use it because it's just decoration. And this one, like, What are you teaching your child, lady? You're teaching your child that what they own is equal to their worth. I kind of thought, I was kind of hoping that the millennials, that my generation, and this might be like, well, no, I feel like this is like the upper end of the millennials. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know who these parents are. I don't know what, anyways, I really thought that the millennials would be the ones to kind of rein back the consumerism a little bit. But social media has become so predatory, so toxic, so indoctrinating, especially TikTok, that it's not going to. Especially if this is the way people are raising their children. Like, come on. Do better.
Hey guys, and today I'm going to be trying Bubble.
Once again, tagging Bubble. She's obsessed with @Bubble. Hashtag skincare team. Hashtag skincare. Hashtag kids of TikTok. 100,000 likes, 15,000 saves, 6,000 comments. And look at all of the shares as well. 9-year-old skincare routine. This is another mommy run account who has done many skincare routines following this up, by the way.
And these are my night. This night I'm going to do some these.
These acrylic nails. Okay. I don't think 9-year-olds should have acrylic nails. So I have no problem with like manicure. If you want to get a manicure with regular nail polish, no problem. So acrylic nails that you have to go in and get them filled.
That too. It's not even just like do we not? I'm so angry, guys. I'm so upset about that. I can't believe this is a thing.
This is not appropriate. That is what all of this is. It's moving these kids sooner and sooner towards consumption of products. You have to have this to be cool. You have to have nails to be cool. You need to have acrylic nails. And it's just upping the ante. We're just moving the goalposts. It's like, okay, once you get all of the Bubble skincare, then you need to get all the Drunk Elephant. Then you need to get what is next? La Mer. We need to have all the La Mer. Once we have,
That's the thing too. Like the bar of these like beauty standards and this crap is getting moved lower and lower and lower. And the scary thing is that these kids don't realize that what they see on social media is fake. It's not real life, right? That's why we're here. That's why we're talking about this on this podcast, to peel back the facade of social media and show you that it's not real life, right? Adults are having a hard time doing that because they're taking things at face value. They're following people without knowing anything about them, right? They're following them because they had a funny video, or they're following them because they're cute, or they're following them because they're this, they're that, whatever the case may be, without using some critical thinking skills of like, why is this person showing me this? Why is this person showing me this way? What's the other half of the story, right? And all of this stuff, keeping women young, the fake nails, the makeup, the this, the that, the this, the that, it's all to sexualize women. Same thing with ear piercing and stuff like that. It's all to sexualize women and keep them looking good and looking young, because our looks have everything to do with our value, according to society, according to like this misogynistic way of thinking. If we're not pretty, if we're over the hill, if we're over 30 and we've hit the wall and we've started aging, like we're worthless then. And that's not true. And now 10-year-olds are picking up on that. It's inappropriate and gross.
Are nails painted? No, you actually need acrylic nails. No, you actually need to get spray tan at 9 years old. No, you need to get highlights at 9 years old. No, it's not appropriate. None of it is.
To start off, I'm using these.
Look at it. Acrylic nails.
Okay, I just finished washing it off. Now I'm going to be doing the overnight hydration mask. This is the mask. And then I'm going to do 2 pumps. This feels really nice. You should go buy this. It helps your skin. It helps your...
Would you agree that a 9-year-old with acrylic nails is gross? Like, I think it's gross. It's weird. I don't like acrylic nails, period. Like, my nails are terrible. But acrylic nails on a 9-year-old, it looks weird. It's not normal. This isn't normal life. And why are we teaching our daughters that this is normal and this is what you need to be pretty and valued? Like, it's gross.
It protects your skin and helps it, Asian
doesn't even know what it does, but telling people to go buy it because her mom wants a sponsorship from Bubble. Yeah. They don't even know what they're using these products for. And this is an example right here. At its core, one of the biggest problems here.
We are going to be doing...
Okay, so here we go, guys. Guess what? They managed to secure some Bubble sponsorship.
So the clip changed. It's a second clip now. And it said, they tagged Bubble, they tagged whatever, because they're trying to get a sponsorship. They're trying to get Bubble to sponsor them, to send them free stuff, right? And now in the new clip, oh, we got a kitty coming to say hi. Don't step on my computer though, buddy. Oh my goodness. Come here. What are you doing? This is Mickey. He's the best guy. What are you doing? Okay. You big purse. So he's going to chill for a while. I'm sorry if you can hear him purring. Not that that's a terrible sound or anything. I'm okay with it. So anyway, so what I was saying is now it's a different clip and they've earned a sponsorship, right? They were successful in reaching out and getting attention from this brand and probably got sent a whole bunch of free stuff, which is what they wanted, which is why they did the thing in the first place. And now here's the updated Bubble skincare routine. Look at the first thing she says. Look at the first thing she says.
Something, they got Bubble's attention right here. Okay. Bubble commented and said, thanks so much. By the way, Bubble's commented on every single thing. So they are complicit in this as well. Shame on you, Bubble, by the way. Shame on you. Shame on you for doing this and like encouraging this. Like, it's gross. Like, kids should not even be on social media. You shouldn't even be interacting with them. It's disgusting. You're gross. You should not be interacting with moms that are exploiting their children on the internet. Yuck. I would never buy anything from Bubble after seeing this. Ever. Ever. Hashtag Bubble skincare. Hashtag Bubble skincare. Hashtag skincare. Mom, daughter, skincare routine.
An updated night routine. I'm going to be doing it with this time.
I'm gonna be showing her what to do.
So since her last video that went viral,
To do. The 10-year-old just said to her mom, I am going to be showing her what to do. I'm really glad my cat's here. He's letting me hug him and it's a lot less stressful. But I am on a wiggle chair and it's really hard to balance with him on my lap. Okay.
Since her last video that went viral, they went viral. That's all we care about with our kids. We only care about going viral with our kids. The priorities are so fucked up in this country, in this world, honestly.
she doesn't have any nails and she has a little bit more products. Now I know a lot of you have been asking where we got Bubble.
The cleanser, the toner, the facial wash.
What did the dermatologist say? They don't need a toner.
The exfoliating mask.
Once again, they do not need an exfoliating mask with AHA and PHA. Here's another one, tone and texture serum, vitamin C and niacinamide. They don't need these products. A 9-year-old does not need these products. What does it do again? Oh, it helps.
Oh yeah, it helps. See, and like, again, if there was no harm to using these products, I don't think people would be as upset other than like the consumerism aspect of it. And then of course the exploitation aspect of it. But I feel like if there was no harm using these products, people wouldn't care. But there is harm. It's proven. You know, the only thing we don't know is the long-term effects on children because it's never been seen before. There's no studies on it because there shouldn't be studies on it because it's not made for children. So we don't know what the long-term effects are going to be. I looked it up. There's potential, but it hasn't been extensively researched. Obviously, I got cat fur all over my face. It's itchy because it shouldn't be a thing that needs to be researched.
Look at Bubble's comment. Obsessed with this. I'd be willing to bet that Bubble sent them more skincare.
A serum, a moisturizer. Oh my gosh, again. I already got dressed and my hair's.
Here's another one that the mom had the daughter do. Okay, had the daughter do this on her account.
So that's the video I wanted to show you. Honestly, go check out Kiki's full video. She did an amazing job. She got a bunch of clips together, a bunch that I didn't show. I'm sorry, there's cat fur flying everywhere. I will link her in the show notes. I will link her in the description box. But go check out her video. But I wanted to show you the Bubble one because it segues into mothers exploiting the ever-living poop out of their children and riding this grift to go viral. Okay? That mom tagged Bubble, and that probably wasn't the first video that they did, tagging them, trying to get their attention so that they can get sponsored, so that they can get free product. It's disgusting. It's disgusting and totally, completely exploitative. You know why? Because these kids can't give informed consent for this. They cannot. They can't give informed consent, period. And you can't even give them all the information for them to give informed consent. Why? There's no research on what these products are going to do to the skin of these children. So there's no informed consent happening right now. It is greedy mothers, maybe fathers, probably not though, trying to go famous on TikTok, and they're riding this grift, which is going to harm their children. Not only their skin, which is your biggest organ that you should be taking the best care of because it's your first line of defense against, everything, but the mental health crisis that North America currently is in is going to be accentuated by this grift. Our youth are not okay right now. Our children are not okay right now. Since 2020, they have not been okay. And since 2020, the stark rise in children on TikTok specifically, I'm sure it's disgusting. And underage kids on TikTok. I'm sure it's gross. Circling back to people exploiting their children. There are mothers on TikTok who are forcing their kids or coercing, maybe not forcing, but coercing because their kids have an interest in it and they're going to grift on it if they have an interest. My cats are fighting in the background, so you'll probably hear that. Sorry. But there's this one mom on TikTok that Kiki ends up showing. I think it was the clip that I turned off. And the kids, get ready with me, get ready with me. Oh, I look so ugly right now, but like, it's fine. We're going to make it work. Okay, first of all, a 10-year-old, 9-year-old should not have that kind of language. That's gross. Second of all, through the routine, she does the first thing, second thing, and then the makeup she's putting on is unique, I think. So the product she's using is unique. At least I think that's what she's using. And the thing with that is an MLM company. So what this mother is trying to do, she's trying to go viral off of this grift on TikTok to get followers, to get higher up in her MLM company. Otherwise, why would you be showcasing these products? Why would your kid be using unique and not, L'Oreal? Oh, we shop at Sephora, so not Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know. I don't care. The fact that so much worth in the last 10 years has been put on virality and going viral and your clicks, your likes, your views, your everything, that's what's most important. That's what shows your value as a human being in today's society is horrific. And as we've talked about the last couple weeks, kids are cash cows. People come for the kids. And now mothers are exploiting this disgusting grift in order to go viral. And they are going to harm their daughters in the process. It's not this whole thing, it's not going to end well. It's going to be bad news bears. I'm telling you right now, not just the physical effects, but the mental health effects that this trend is going to have on kids. It's scary. And it needs to stop. Someone needs to put a stop to it. These mommy ran accounts, these sissy ran accounts, I don't give a it needs to stop. Children do not belong on social media for other people to consume. Period. Anyways, guys, I'm super, I can't even talk anymore. I am really fired up about this. I'm going to look more into it and probably do a follow-up segment on how these kids are being exploited, grab some clips, grab some everything. But I just found out about this and I wanted to give my opinion on it while it was angry and fresh, to say the least. However, with all that being said, that's all I have for you guys today. Please, 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 please question everything. Please think critically before you give your social media currency away. And please protect your children from this. This isn't okay. This is perpetuating unrealistic beauty standards. It really is. And it's very, very harmful for our girls. And it's gone from they want to do skincare because they're interested, because it's fun, or want to do makeup because it's fun, to you do this because it's content. You do this because it's our job, because it pays our bills. And that burden should never be put on your child. Never. It's not about the skincare. It's not about kids having fun. It's not about kids experimenting with skincare, experimenting with makeup. It's not about that. It's about the dangers. Seriously. Please protect your children. They need you. Nobody else is protecting them. It's your job as a parent to protect them and to think critically for them, because they cannot think critically. And for the love of all things, that is anything. I don't even know. I don't even have words anymore. Please don't let your kids go on social media. Do not let them consume it, because it is harmful and predatory. And we're going to get into more reasons as to why it's harmful and predatory. But please protect them. They need you. We can do this, guys. We can rein it back in. We can fix this. But people need to be informed. People need to know the harms. People need to know the real reason why people are upset about this, why the public is upset about this. And people who are standing up, like that one chick who was like, oh, you're just jealous. No, not just no, it's not about jealousy. It's about the fact that these kids can't stand up for themselves and don't know that they have to stand up for themselves and that somebody needs to do it. And we're here talking about it and we're here doing something about it because God knows their parents are not. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. This one was a big one. This one was an angry one. I'm very fired up about it. I'm very upset about it, but I appreciate you. You are amazing. Thank you for listening. This was a big one. I appreciate you tuning in, and I just hope that this stops. I hope it just goes away. Just poof. We wake up one day and it's like, oh, that was just a joke, by the way. Like someone hits the reset button or something, because like this is not good. With all that being said, I'll talk to you guys soon.